What's good? It's Dom Corleo. Today's day is September 29th, 2024, and you're watching In a Year with Need It or Keep It. What are three things you'd like to make happen by next year? Three things I'd like to make happen by next year is number one, definitely just shoot more videos. I want to have, more content because I feel like sometimes I kind of lack on content. Number two, probably just work with more people, like really expand, expand my sound and venture into new sounds and, just work with more producers and artists. Number three, probably learn how to like really make beats because like I'll be making beats kind of, on my spare time and like I really try to get into it because making it is really like complex for me just because I've never made beats before. But in a year, I definitely want to learn and get some placements, with the homies and shit. So, yeah. Name three artists that you think are gonna be up within a year today. There's this one artist. His name is like McGee. I think I don't know if I'm saying it wrong. It's MKGEE. He's fucking fire. He's already blowing up right now. I think two Hollis will be really up, and a third artist. Damn, I'm trying to think. Hopefully myself. I got to put myself in number three, so hell yeah. When this releases in a year, do you think you'll have regretted coming in? Nah, I never regret anything I do. Everything happens for a reason. You always want to take every opportunity you get, especially as an artist. Like, anytime somebody gives you opportunities or you have content opportunities come up, like, definitely take them. That's the most important thing as an artist. If you had to tell your future self something, what would it be? If I had to tell my future self something, it would probably just be to just keep doing what I'm doing now. I don't know where I'll be in the future, but I'd probably tell myself just keep going. So hell yeah. Who are some artists I want to work with in the future? Speaking of future, I want to work with Future hella bad. Lucky. Who else? I could probably list like two or three more. I would definitely want to work with V's again. I loved working with V's. That was lit. Um, I don't know. Definitely more producers than artists, I feel like. So, yeah. What's the nerdiest thing about you? I'm like a fucking video game nerd, bro. Like, all my friends know if I'm not in LA or I'm not recording, like, I'm on the game at home, probably in my fucking underwear, like on the game all day long. So, yeah, that's probably the nerdiest thing I'd say. You can only keep one, girls or money? Money, that's not even a fucking question. Don't ever prioritize women over money. If you could be invisible for a day, what would you do? I would probably rob a fucking bank. Do something, go get money. So, hell yeah. Do you have any funny stories from working at your old jobs like Tesla and Home Depot? Damn, yeah. So one time when I was working at Home Depot, I mean, this isn't even like a crazy story, but like somebody flooded the bathroom. Like somebody took a massive shit and like the shit water just was everywhere, bro. Like I remember like where I used to work at, it was kind of sectioned off next to the bathroom. And I remember the whole day, it just smelled like shit. Like all day long, smelled like shit. And literally, you'd walk by the bathroom and you just saw like this fucking biohazardous shit water just like seeping out from the bathroom into like the aisles and shit. When I worked at Tesla, I don't really think there were any crazy stories. I used to just work and have my fucking earphones in. So.
What do you mean by Tesla?
Yeah, so like when I worked at Tesla, it was really just I was working on body. Like there's different lines, so
Yeah.
there's like a line of people doing paint, there's a line of people doing body. It's like step by step. It's like building fucking Legos.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. And you just had that.
yeah, so I worked in body, and so basically all we do is just like there'd be stations, so you'd switch through stations throughout the day. So each station you'd be there for like
You had to do different things.
yeah, you'd be at each station for like 2 hours a day, and you'd have like a leader at like of your group. You get grouped up in the morning.
Interesting.
And so, yeah, I was just working on body. So like we just go to these stations, and they'd have like the fucking basically like the skeleton of the car, like the body,
Of course.
and you just be picking up these parts, and there'd be all these like robots and shit, and you're just like slapping these parts like into these little like there's like little spots where you put the parts and you like put it in there and then sometimes you'd have to like glue shit and do this and that.
2020?
Yeah, 2020 because I had, oh wait, no. Yeah, it was like the end of 2020 because I graduated in 2020, and then like I worked at a grocery store for like a fucking month, and then I went to Tesla like a month after that. So yeah, it was like end of 2020 to 2021. If you could have an unlimited supply of one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? Money. No doubt, bro. Money, and probably water, because you can never have too much water, and you never know where the fuck the world is gonna be like years from now, and water is, the most basic human resource necessity. So like, if anything ever did happen in the world, water would be the new currency. So water. Ice Spice or Pink Panthers ask you out on a date, who are you choosing? I'm probably choosing Pink Panthers just because she's got this cute little like aura to her, bro. So, I'll probably go with her. What's my dream interview or favorite platform? Probably like Power 106 or, damn. I would want to do a fucking interview with DJ Khaled, bro. Like, he don't interview people, but he just seemed like he just funny to like sit down and conversate with. You know what I mean?
Interviews, I'll go fucking crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's the type of dude I would want to sit down with and have a fucking conversation with. DJ fucking Khaled. What's the craziest fan interaction you've had, good or bad? I haven't really had anything. I mean, this is crazy, but this is like crazy in a good way. I had a fan fly. I had a show in San Diego, and I had a fan fly out from, I think it was Peru, flew out just to come to the show. So that was crazy, but like in a good way. Other than that, I've never really had any like crazy experiences. I could say some fans can be a little like OD sometimes, where it's like I gotta be like chill, but you know what I mean? Yeah. Nothing like overboard. Have you ever been co-signed by anyone who caught your attention? I mean, I generally like don't really understand like cosign. Like I've just had people tell me they fuck with me. I guess that's like a cosign.
Yeah.
I think like
liked your shit, like a crazy person liked your post or like
yeah.
shit like that.
I think the first big person to like really fuck with me was Trippy. Like Trippy had hit me mad early. And I was out here and like I linked with bro and he was mad cool. It was good vibes. He got me a fucking a Steam Deck. That's the one thing I remember, bro. He got me the Steam Deck I have. Like Trippy gave me that shit. So shout out to Trippy, man. Hell yeah. Oh God. Is there anyone you tried to DM countless times on Instagram but couldn't reach? God, I don't know. Probably. There's probably a million fucking people I tried to DM that don't hit me back. So yeah. What's one of my most embarrassing moments? I'm not gonna say it. Everybody knows it. I don't have to say it. Everybody knows. I don't gotta say nothing. If you had to collab with a fast food spot for a Dom Corleo meal, what would it consist of? That's a really good question. It would be Chick-fil-A, and it would be a number one with extra pickles and large fries on the side, a Sprite, and fucking mac and cheese with buffalo sauce and chicken nuggets on it. That would be the meal. Need it or keep it? Sports. Need it. TikTok. I would say need it just because TikTok's free promo. Hyperpop Daily. Need it. Aura. Need it. You need Aura. Fruit Snacks. I've never talked to her in my life, so I'm sorry, Fruit Snacks, but I'm gonna have to keep it. Who are some producers you'd want to work with in the future? Mike Dean. 100% Mike Dean is really the only person I can even say. You've been kidnapped and the kidnapper is not a fan of you. They offer you a choice. Lose a finger or never rap again. What are you choosing? Take the finger, man. I'm sorry. I got fucking 9 other fingers. I'll be fine. If you had to drop a diss on a fictional character, who and why? Captain Underpants. Fuck Captain Underpants. Do you think in a year you'll have reached over 5 million streams? Yeah, I've reached over 5 million streams now. So I want to have over like 500 million streams in a year or like more than that. So yeah. Dinner with Aiden Ross or $10,000? I'm gonna go to dinner with Aiden Ross because I could probably get $1 million out of him. Like he gave a meal to Cardi, so Aiden Ross, give me a meal, bro. You feel me? If we were living in the 2016 era, who would you want to work with? 2016 era, who would I want to work with? Probably Uzi. Because Uzi to this day is still Uzi, like he's lit. But 2016 was just like special Uzi. So yeah, definitely Uzi. What was the best and worst part of being on tour? The best part of being on tour is just seeing the fans and you know, being on the road. I love traveling, so being on the road is just a phenomenal time. It's super fun. The worst part about being on tour, number one, it's really fucking tiring. Like, you definitely have to get used to it and like adapt to it, because you're not gonna get that much sleep. You're gonna be sleeping in if you got like a tour bus, you're gonna be sleeping on the bus. Even if you're taking flights, like, it's a lot of fucking moving around, and you know, you gotta be at shows quick. So it's definitely tiring. I'd say the other worst part about tour is just don't travel with a lot of people. The more people you bring, the more people that you have to like account for and take care of. So it's definitely better to travel with a smaller circle, like super small, just whoever you need, and make sure that everybody you bring has a purpose. Who are some influences I draw inspiration from? Thug, Future, um, I'd say Cardi. Cardi, like, beat wise, because Cardi's got one of my favorite. He's like one of the artists that has, you know, my favorite like beat selection. Um, let's see who else. Lucky, you know, Lucky lyricism wise. Um, a lot of like original rappers too, bro. Like OGs, fucking Lil Wayne. Like, I grew up listening to Wayne. I grew up listening to Drake. I grew up listening to Dr. Dre, Eminem. You know, and that all ties back to lyricism. So, yeah, I definitely say, you know, you got the OGs who I grew up listening to and who really like shaped me to even want to make music. And then, you know, you got all the guys, even like Thug. Like, I was listening to Thug going to football practice when I was like 11, 12 years old. So
My idol.
everything, all that together, you know, is what made me even want to make music. So, hell yeah. What is success to you? Success is just, you know, being on 2 feet. Um, being comfortable where you're at. That's success. If I'm not comfortable where I'm at, or I don't think that I'm doing enough, you know, with just what I'm doing, like, if I'm not making any songs that I like, that I personally enjoy myself, or I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm putting 100 into my craft at the moment, then like, that'll make me feel not successful. But if I'm comfortable and I'm making songs that I really like, then in my head, that, you know, that's success to me. What's a bold prediction you'd make about the music industry in the next year? A bold prediction, that is a hard question. A bold prediction I make about the music industry in the next year.
Someone said that the term underground won't be a thing anymore. That was a great answer.
I feel like it will. There's always going to be an underground, because there's always going to be kids that are coming, you know, just appearing and coming up. And it's always going to be new sounds and shit. A bold statement that I probably make, which just isn't like crazy bold and it's already been happening, is just everything's becoming more internet based. Like, it's all social media based. It's all, you know, you're gonna be seeing less shit in person. Probably even be seeing like less shows, because everything, you know, a lot of kids aren't going to shows anymore. There's a lot of artists that aren't selling tickets anymore for shows, just because that whole side of things, you know, kids are on the internet nowadays. So a lot of motherfuckers don't want to go to a show. They just want to see you on Instagram and see you dropping music on YouTube. So, yeah, I could say it's definitely going to become more social media, internet based, just from, you know, my assumption. What's a favorite song of yours from the past year? Probably Devote. I like Devote. That shit's
Also,
hard.
what's your favorite song ever you made?
Favorite song ever that I made? Probably Goons. Goons, or that's a good question. Goons, or what's another favorite I got on there? I like For a Fact with Femi. That shit's hard. What would you do? Oh, if you had to perform a talent show act right now, what would you do? I'd probably do some crazy shit, like do a fucking handstand or something, you know, something.
You do a handstand?
I fucking wish. My grandpa tried to teach me that shit when I was young, but I'd probably do some shit that like nobody would expect me to do. Like, I'd come out and do fucking gymnastics or some shit. So I don't know. If you had to guess, what would you guess you would be doing in this day next year? I don't know, man. Probably the same fucking shit I do every day. It's just making music in the studio, eating food. So, yup, getting money. That's what I would say. Is there a project or song you're currently working on that you think will be a major highlight a year from now? Yeah, there's a lot of songs that I think, you know, if I put them out, they could have potential to be major a year from now. So we'll just have to see. I hope so. Who's winning in a fight, Dave Blunts or 5 net spins? I don't know. That's a really good question. I would want to see that.
You can pick one?
I can't pick one. That's a good question, but that sounds like that sounds like a crazy battle. 5 net spins could have 5 straps. You know what I mean? And you're not beating a strap. So if you could swap lives with a non-rapper celebrity, who would it be? I'd probably say like Leonardo DiCaprio. Like I'd want to be an actor. If I wasn't a rapper, I'd want to go and make movies and you know do crazy shit. So I'd probably say Leonardo DiCaprio. If you could add a verse to any song in history, which one would it be? Probably Halftime by Thug.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite songs ever.
All time.
What's one moment in your career you look back on and cringe at? I don't gotta say it, they know it. Yeah. A free feature from anyone of your choice or have your dream girl fall for you. A free feature of anyone of my choice. What's a favorite music video of yours and why? Actually, the 2 music videos I just shot when I was in New York like the past week, those are probably my 2 favorites. Actually, I just dropped one, the video for photo shoot, but I got another video that I just shot with Walker, and that's probably gonna be like one of my favorites for real. So, if I had to tell my future self one thing, what would it be? Keep doing you, keep getting money, keep taking opportunities. Yeah, that's probably what it would be for real.